Welsh.
God. Good luck. Collins on Robertson.
New on Spalding.
Yep.
Crunch time here at Waverley Park for Hawthorn and Carlton. 6th and 7th respectively on the ladder. And who knows, a finals berth could be at stake. Madden won it down to Gleeson, who couldn't get it away, but he's got a free kick.
Interesting interchange too, Sandy, for Hawthorn, Brereton and Anderson, and for Carlton, Silvani and Alvin.
And here's something else that's interesting, 50 metres. So this is going to bring Adrian Gleeson well inside 50, and the first set shot at goal in the opening seconds of the game. Kicking from just over 40 metres. Pulled it away to the left. There's been nothing between these two sides. For many years they've built up a great rivalry. In fact, since 1961 they've met 68 times for 34 wins each. Gleeson again tried to get it out to Williams. McGuinness overran it, couldn't take it. Madden at the bottom, they crunch him. And another bounce. Umpires today are Michael Abbott and David Howlett.
Yes, Michael Abbott umpired the state game, the State of Origin game on Tuesday night, that magnificent spectacle. Here's a free kick going Hawthorn's way for a holding decision on John Platten, who's back in the side after a hamstring injury. John Platten's the breeze favouring in the Carlton's kicking to. Now here's at the half-forward Gowers. Is that a mark? It is. Here's Jarman, normally a great kick as he brings it into Dunstall. Great lead, top kick. It won't be an easy kick, Ross, from way out there. He'll have to kick almost 50 metres.
Yes, you have to aim very much to the left-hand side, Pete.
He kicked right on 50. You can see it holding up in the breeze. The Packers there. And eventually it's forced through by Paul Deere for a behind. So scores are level. So we see Millen Hanna on screen, has recovered from an ankle injury, and Jason Dunstall. Well, first quarter very important. I'd say it's a 3 or 4 goal breeze, Ross.
Yeah, it looks that way, Pete, certainly.
Are you surprised, Ross, that both Brereton is on the bench for Hawthorn and Silvani for Carlton?
Yes, it's a couple of the best benches I've seen for a while.
Williams at the back. Still going, Greg Williams. Does flick it out, then pulls it back in again. Pritchard's been in very good form. Didn't get a touch on that occasion. Still on the outer wing. Back to Williams, came from McGuinness. High floating kick. Bit of pushing and shoving going on there from Welsh and McCrabb. Opens the door for Spalding. Carlton down towards Kernahan. Collins to tidy up at the back. Chris Langford, no doubt, with that chest strapped, overcoming a rib problem. Kernahan plucks it out of the air, gets a hurried high kick. Earl Spalding's going to have a shot.
And also with a bit of a shoulder there too, Sandy, and Chris Mew picking up Spalding with Langford picking up Kernahan as expected. Anthony Condon also has the job on Greg Williams.
Spalding has had a good year with the Blues. Since crossing over from Melbourne. Tumbles a punt in towards Kernahan. McCrabb flicks it towards Chris Langford, who sees it safely over the line, conceding one behind. So the Blues by a point in the opening couple of minutes of this game. Overcast at Waverley, but a pretty good crowd.
And fairly breezy. It won't be easy for the players. Chris Langford, normally a great kick. Oh, it's going straight to a Carlton player, I would feel, and it's Welsh. So not a good kick. Further afield, his handball. This looks like it could be Williams. It is from 50 metres. Greg Williams sets sail for home. Great kick, but just misses to the left. And you can see that. Looks as though he's carrying a pound or two. Greg too, but I suppose he's always played with that build, as we see. Chris Langford to the half-back line again.
Madden got a hand to it, but that was all. Out the back comes Anthony Condon's kick towards McGuinness. He's got a bit of room here. Has a look up towards the 50-metre line. Dunstall comes steaming out. Good defence, however, by the Blues. Hawthorn back towards Madden. Didn't try and mark, tried to flick it on. Allen to half forward. Again, the kick just a little too much carry. Brown. Carlton out of trouble for the moment on centre wing. Mew and Spalding. The former loses his jumper almost. O'Sullivan's being held. He keeps going. Sockers off the ground. Over the head of Andrew Collins. The Hawthorn defence under pressure again. He gives it to Langford. Wide to half back. McGuinness off the ground. Was all he could do because he had two Carlton players bearing down on him. And he heads for the safety of the boundary line.
And already Tom Alvin on the ground, Sandy, with Peter Dean coming off.
It's on centre wing, and Carlton would have to make the use of this first quarter. It's very strong, as you can see, with the kicking. And I think it might even get stronger as the day progresses. Deere versus Madden. Greg Deere taps it further afield, goes into Shepherd. He's got backup support out there. That was Scott McGuinness, who takes it over the line, and it will be a throw-in. Scott McGuinness has been in excellent form the last 2 weeks. I think he's had a good 3 or 4 weeks. He really improved out of sight, McGuinness. Centre wing, Deere and Madden. Madden at the back. Those big arms go up. There's McGuinness. It's held down to him. It'll be a bounce. Still on centre wing.
You see Tom Alvin in screen there. He went straight over and picked up Darren Pritchard.
Madden this time beaten. Carlton has the numbers. Williams to Alvin. Gets his first kick since coming onto the ground, but it falls into the arms of Raymond Jenke. From half back, Jenke drifting it in towards the centre. That's better. Jarman is there. Scintillating player. Disposal superb. Gowes. Dunstall will head in towards the pocket. Now he comes out. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of Hawthorn. Holding on. Was it Roscoe to Hudson?
Yes, behind the play, Sandy, and also got pushed to ground in the end, so free kick was there.
He hasn't been all that accurate in front of goal this year. He's kicked 23-27. So he'll be looking to improve on that figure. But only with the behind. The Hawks trail by 1 behind.
David Kernahan has the big task on Dunstall. Kernahan to the half-back line. There's 2-on-1 here, 2 Hawthorn and 1 Carlton. Paul Deere tries to retrieve it after it was punched clear. Be a throw-in, way out on half-forward flank. Vital player for Hawthorn, Paul Deere. Even when he's not getting the ball, he does a lot of pushing and shoving and ruck work. See his strength there. Well, it could have been a free kick to Madden then.
Yes, well
and it was. Now Deere's claiming that he was held by the jumper, telling the umpire he was wrong.
I think he was too.
Well, nevertheless, he did get over the neck of Madden. On to Elvin. Tommy Elvin to centre wing. The pack develops. Mew, look at that for judgment. Excellent judgment. Chris Mew is back in the Hawthorn side after injury.
Yes, the Hawks will be delighted to have this veteran back. Kicks over centre wing. Going to be a game of defences in this breeze today. Alvin, hurried left foot kick is smothered, so he goes in again for another chop. Platten ripped off the football. Did he have it? Been working feverishly on a hamstring this week, and I don't think he would like the cool weather. So he goes into the pockets and pushing and shoving going on there for Tony Hall. Hawk fans don't like it. Dorotich has the football. Towards Spalding. He's still on the half-back flank. Now drifts it over centre wing. Wants Welsh. McCrabb there with him. And the 238 see it over the line.
Yes, we could see a lot of play today, Sandy, on that side of the ground with the breeze favouring that particular part of the ground.
Almost at centre wing. No goal yet in this match. And it's a free kick going the way of Carlton. It will go to Spalding in that pack now. Spalding trying to get it quickly down to Kernahan. Kernahan and Langford. Kernahan at the back. Thumps at the ground. It's a loose ball. Jarman goes there. Oh, cleverly done, Jarman to McGuinness. McGuinness to Jenke. A very well-balanced player, Ray Jenke. as he hooks it back to the half-back line. Going without it was Allen. Here's big Greg Deere. He slips over. Gee, the ground's in ordinary condition, really. On to Condon. Condon off and running. The Hawks looking dangerous early to the half-forward line. Oh, Lawrence almost took the mark. Hudson cleverly. Now it's Pritchard. He's bundled off the ball. Then it's tapped by Lawrence. Still in play. Hudson cleverly. Around the corner he goes. Tony Hall working overtime. Paul Deere. He's looking for Hudson. Hudson went without it. Here's Pritchard. And it's smothered by Hawthorn. And it's a pretty tough contest at the moment. The conditions not easy with the pretty heavy underfoot.
No, that's definitely a problem for the players too, but as you said before, the ground is shifting. Some players are going to find it hard to keep their footing.
Lawrence and Madden. Ratton a high kick. Back in the middle once again. O'Sullivan tackled hard. Luke O'Sullivan, a real terrier. Off to Williams. Danger here for Hawthorn. Williams heads for home. It may sit for Gleeson. Off the ground. The young man from Koroit gets his first. And he gets Carlton's first.
That was a very intelligent kick there from Greg Williams. Kernahan gave a lead short, but Williams saw that Gleeson was running toward goal, so he set the ball up over Gleeson's head, allowed him to run onto it. Gleeson, with not such an easy soccer off the ground, did it very, very well. But well done, Greg Williams. Took the right option.
So back to the centre. Madden versus Lawrence. It's a free kick to Lawrence. Madden got into his back.
He just charged him, Peter. There was no intent on the footy there at all.
Steve Lawrence. He should be kicking as long as he can. He does so to the half-forward line. Hudson at the centre of the pack. It's a loose ball with Platten. Platten will look for Dunstall. Out he comes. Borks waits for the bounce. Oh, hooks it out beautifully to Deere. Paul Deere has it smothered, goes and gets it again. Dunstall and Platten. Platten went without it. Knocked away by Kernahan straight to the line. And over. So it'll be a throw-in at half-forward. Unusual. A couple of skill errors there by... well, one by Platten, and David Kernahan might have hurt his shoulder then.
Yes, certainly looks like it. Perhaps an AC joint.
Madden and Lawrence again. Oh, trying to storm his way through was Mark Hawthorn. He's going to lose it to Platten. Has trouble controlling it. Quickly off to Deere. In towards full forward. Hannah out in front of Tony Hall. Sees it over the line.
Gee, that was close to a throw, wasn't it? That scoop.
It was very quick.
Oh.
Right forward pocket is the area for Hawthorn. Out the back to Jarman. Runs into trouble. Off to Ben Allen. He's caught. Some good tackling. Ratton hands it over to Robertson. Brett Ratton turns 21 today. As Robertson kicks up towards Williams. Platten clear on the boundary line. Penetrating kick despite the breeze in towards Deere and also Hawthorn.
That's unbelievable. That is an unbelievable decision.
I'm not sure what Paul Deere's supposed to do there. I thought he did the right thing and he gets penalised.
Well, he went for the ball. Well, there's Hawthorn at halfback. There's some misdefined decision. That one to the halfback line. It's a loose ball taken by Ratton. As the Blues go forward again. Alvin to Williams. Williams to Kernahan. Langford's there. Always plays very well. On Kernahan. Here's a big chance for the Blues. They've got loose men everywhere. Earl Spalding inside to Gleeson. Gleeson over to the top. Rowan Walsh dodges round Mew. Kicks a goal. Goal to the Blues. Welsh kicks his first. Carlton 2-3. Lead Hawthorn 2 points.
Yes, and Earl Sporting there nearly got a bad bounce, but managed to recover very well. Kept his feet. Put the ball quickly to Gleeson, who took the right option, and Welsh just very easily around Mew. Chris Mew, I thought, could have propped a little bit early and just blocked Welsh's path, but he ran straight past him. A little bit too easily, I thought.
Carlton starting to get a wriggle on with this breeze. 2-3 plays Hawthorn's 2 behinds. Lawrence. Williams can't take it out of the middle. Carlton doing well, however. Down towards the half-forward line. Welsh, the diving attempt. His opponent, McCrabb, keeps it in play. This opens the door for Welsh. Kernahan. Carlton a chance once again through Fraser Brown.
It's got to be taken high initially, surely. Ben Robertson on a couple of occasions there featuring very well. Got the ball out of that centre very quickly. Looks a likely type.
Kernahan hammers it in towards half-forward, but straight to Allen. Into the centre he goes. Deere trying to do the work from behind. It's socket off the ground by Sexton. Only as far as Jenky. Cool in a crisis. Back to Ben Allen. Picked up plenty of touches down at Cardinia Park last week. Allen into half-forward. No one at home. Madden had the height. Was stripped. So Justin Madden, the reigning best and fairest at Carlton, takes the kick. Heads for Spalding territory. Thumped forward by Gleeson towards Welch. With him McCrabb. The two still at it. Now Terrier Collins in there as well. And finally a bounce. Good tight opening. Goals to Gleeson and Welch for Carlton. Hawthorn kicking into the breeze, yet to open their account in goals.
13 points the difference. Out at half forward is Greg Deere, tapping it back to Jenky. Now on to Mew. Mew to centre wing, some pushing and shoving going on out there. This is Dorotich. Caught with the ball. Allen is in after it with Alvin. Alvin gets a quick boot to it, off the ground by Gowers. Socket away by Ben Allen, but he's put it out of bounds on the full. So it'll be a kick to Carlton. Fraser Brown. In towards half forward. Johnny Platten versus Madden. A bit of a mismatch in height there as Madden takes the mark. Langford versus Kernahan. Kernahan on the lead. Langford. Front position. Over the back was Mew to lend a hand. Good play by Mew, but it's a loose ball. Ratton went without it. Players in after it at half forward. Here's Austin McCrabb to Collins. Andy Collins off and running out wide. They've got the loose man going here. Gowers can give it to Jarman. He should. Oh, he should have gone over the top to Jarman. Now he chips it to him. Danger for Carlton when this man gets the ball. What will he do with it? Here's a bounce. He'll look for Dunstall. The kicker's on. Dunstall has marked. Yes! Great attempt, but he's about 55, 60 metres from goal. There's a loose man in Hudson. He brings it into the pocket, and Paul Hudson has marked 25 metres from goal at cute angle.
Yes, Mark Hawthorn got caught up the ground there, worrying about what Jarman was going to do without getting back quickly enough. Hudson saw that and jumped back very quickly to make the space.
Well, a difficult kick, a very, very strong breeze.
Given his first kick, Pete, it's an even more difficult kick.
And he hooked the first one he had to the left. He'll have to kick to the left-hand goal post here. Paul Hudson kicks. It starts to swing back, but not. It was too late to swing. And it's only a behind. So 2 misses to Paul Hudson, but he has not kicked well this year. 2 goals the margin, Carlton lead.
Didn't look very fluent at all, did he, Pete? Just stabbed at that.
David Kernahan. Madden's his man. Travels too far for him. The wind taking it, even past Jarman into the centre. Jenky blocks it off from going any further. McGuinness tries to get it out. There's a chance now for Gleeson. Busy in the first quarter to half forward. Kernahan.
He's a very hard man to get around, Chris Langford, one-on-one, body to body, and with Kernahan in front there, just judged that very nicely.
He's been the leading goal kicker at Carlton for the last 6 years. And he's leading this year. He's booted 60 goals and 31 behinds. Directly in front. 45 metres out. Kicking from slightly more than that. Leans back on it.
The post.
And another poster.
Right on the top,
Right
I think, Sandy.
yeah.
So further behind to the Blues. 2-4. There's Hawthorn 3 points.
Well, I think they'll need a good break at quarter time. It's certainly they're kicking the ball a lot longer to right of screen is Chris Langford. Brings it to the half-back line. Paul Deer's got a couple to beat. Over the back was Condon. He punches it wide. Williams and Allen, who'll have the pace. Allen started behind. Good use of the body by Ben Allen. He bumped Williams off the ball. That was good play. Has a bounce. Platten was there for backup support. Here's the kick in towards half forward. The mark is dropped by Hawthorn. Sexton back towards the boundary line. There's little Platten in after it again. He's a terrier. And he takes it over the line.
There's some credit there to Ben Allen, as you call, Pete. He ran from a good 15 metres behind Williams, made up the ground. Good solid hip and shoulder, so the ball spill free, and he used it very well.
Madden and Lawrence lock arms. Jarman and Alvin. Platten at the bottom almost throws it out, but it's effective to Pritchard. He's been in great touch. Centering kick to half forward. But good mark taken for Carlton by Fraser Brown. Gets away the hand pass to Hawthorn. Back into the centre. Hogg, it sits for him.
Oh.
Shocking kick. A moan from Ross Glendinning as Mew kicks just over centre wing. Ben Allen again. Sixth kick to Allen. In towards half forward. Hanna at the back. Oh, he's in trouble, but he does well. And it's a long kick back towards centre wing. Spalding is there. Earl Spalding, ball to ground. Then a left foot centering kick. Kernahan can't take it. And Austin McCrabb chances his arm and takes it on the chest.
McCrabb was the only one really who kept his eyes on the ball then. That's why he took the mark. Now, Lawrence, a shocking kick, but luck's a fortune because the man he intended to kick it to ended up with it. That was Pritchard. Into Gowers. He can go to McGuinness or Pritchard. Now the leader's on. Out comes Tony Hall. Oh, he's dropped the sitter. Well, how many times would you see that from Tony Hall? Bad miss. Jinky in front. Welsh at the back. Here's Mew. Oh, he's lost it to O'Sullivan. Luke O'Sullivan sprints in the goal. And from 40 metres, Luke O'Sullivan has goal. Great play to Carlton. The Blues 3-4 lead Hawthorn 3 points. And bad mistake, Chris Mew.
Yes, without doubt there, Pete. That's one of the features of O'Sullivan's play. He's got that pace to break away, almost like a Tim Watson of old. And a very deliberate shot at goal there. Did it very well. Good to see a player finish off having done all the hard work initially.
Back in the middle once more. One wonders how long Brereton will be on the bench. The margin is 19 points. Both ruckmen charged each other on that occasion. Socket by O'Sullivan down towards half forward. Once again, Collins could have almost given away a free kick. He bottles it up, however, with Ben Robertson at the bottom.
Well, he did have the ball. I think that's what saved him.
Yep.
He kept control of that ball.
But Carlton in attack once again. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Free kick going against Earl Spalding. Taken by Greg Deere. Over the centre he goes. The Hawks looking still for their first. Dorotich caught. Here's a chance.
Throw paid soon. He's coming back.
Jarman was away.
The winner's the advantage in advantage.
Well, the umpire blew his whistle well before that, Pete, so it had to come back.
Yep. Deere. Cross to the outer side and Gowers. Ratton giving chase. Dunstall is loose.
David Kernahan was actually looking for the ball to be centred further around and went that way. The option was Dunstall, and he now has the footy.
Not too many easy shots for goal at this ground today. Dunstall stabs across the face and it's slammed into the behind post. So a throw in Hawthorn's left forward pocket.
Three goals for Carlton. Good start to the Blues. But there's Lawrence. And it's going to be a loose ball here. Fraser Brown around the boundary line. Good play. Good thinking. And the ball rolls over the line. Pretty even contest so far. Hawthorn have gone forward a few times, but yet to score a goal. And a couple of Hawk mistakes, and Carlton have swooped on the ball, and it has resulted in goals. Half forward, still for Hawthorn. Madden did that well. Oh, that is a lucky free kick. I think that is a very lucky free kick.
Paid a push there.
Well, I thought it was a bit of man-on-man there, Ross. And Lawrence, well, there wasn't much in it. Stephen Lawrence from almost directly in front. Chance to score Hawthorn's first goal. They trail at the moment by 3-1. So this will be a handy one as we get close to quarter time. 3.5 minutes of play left. Won't be easy. Into the breeze. Steve Lawrence, a high floating kick, and it didn't even look like it. It's out to the right, and one behind only. So 3-4 to 4 points.
David Kernahan again. Down the middle towards Dorotich. Waiting down in front was Pritchard. Went wide at a Paul there, his claim. Hogg pushes it forward for Spalding. Proppy hand pass. Put his teammate under all sorts of pressure on that occasion. Gleeson swoops on it. Brown lends him assistance. Now they've got O'Sullivan. Luke O'Sullivan on centre wing. Chip kick to half forward. Collins comes over the top to effectively spoil Welsh. Here's Welsh's opponent, McCrabb. Again, a proppy hand pass. McGuinness tries to hammer it away. Welsh backs up again. Deer to McCrabb. Spoons it further forward. And Allen goes to centre wing. Gars, one-hander!
Yeah, he's played that one.
Gars kick towards the half-forward line. Pritchard waiting down in front. The Hawks towards 50 metres. Tony Hall comes steaming out. Hudson is there also. Hanna for Carlton. Milhanna does well. Hawthorn caught. Ball spills free. Deer's trying to spoon it out. He does, but straight to Gleeson. Kick back towards centre wing. Condon gets a bad bounce. They all do, except this man, Deer. He was looking for Jarman. Dorotich intercepts. Kick is wide. Well, Spalding an Academy Award performance. But no logo. Dorotich. Collins bounces from his chest. Robertson gave a push.
He's got courage, hasn't he?
Right, straight at the footy.
Chris Mew to half forward. Oh, caught behind was Lawrence. Mark taken by Madden. That could be reversed here.
Yeah, looks like it might be.
And that's silly play by Jarman to come in. The umpire could have gone again. Is he going to give it to Madden? Well, the Hawthorn supporters not happy. Madden into half forward. Oh, the boot went out from Bradley. Hand pass to Mew. Mew off the ground. Here's a chance for Scott McGuinness. Hawthorn through the centre with Allen. Allen to Pritchard. Where's Dunstall? Here's the kick into half forward. Hall in front. Over Hall's head and straight to Hanna. So the windy conditions make it difficult. Hanna read it well though. He chips it into Gleeson, who is unmarked. 40 seconds of play left before quarter time as Adrian Gleeson kicks to half forward. Bradley has marked 50 metres from goal. He'll have to kick 55. There's no one in the square if he kicks it now. And still no one going back to the square.
Quiet quarter for Craig Bradley, coming up for his first kick.
A vital kick as the time clock ticks down. Is he going the torpedo punt or the drop punt? He will kick from 55, the drop punt. It'll land up towards the square. It's off the side of the boot. Collins still should take it to the line, still without his boot. Now what's happening? The trainer's trying to get it to him, but the time clock ticks down and the siren will sound. A pretty even first quarter. Carlton at Waverley Park, 3-4-22, lead the Hawks 4 points.
Still no sign of Dermot Brereton as we go into the second quarter here at Waverley Park. Carlton kicked with the breeze in the first quarter. Lawrence comes over with a hammering, penetrating thump to half forward. Deer takes it with the left foot. Into the pocket he goes. Out comes Dunstall and David Kernahan. Dunstall beautifully to Ben Allen. Can he get clear? No, he can't. Goes back to Deere, then on to Dunstall. The left foot snap is too far, one behind.
We're talking
5 behinds to Carlton's 3-4. Roscoe?
We're talking about during the break, Sandy. I agree with you in saying that if you're going to play Silvani and Brereton, you should have them on the ground.
The half-back line, Lawrence playing on, taking a good mark, brings it in. Oh, here's Dunstall at the back. Oh, mark drop. Johnny Platten around the corner. Will it bounce through? Oh, look at the bounce of this. Remarkable goal. Well, Richie Benno would have been proud of that one. 3-4, plays 1-5.
Yes, and that's perhaps the spark they needed. Could be a very big quarter for Hawthorn this one. And that goal certainly rather fortuitous in some respects. Platt certainly sent it on its way purposely, but the bounce favoured him, I can certainly say that. Almost like Peter Dacos.
I'm worried about Pete's voice, Roscoe. He started to show signs of sounding like Joe Cocker there. However, back in the middle, 1-5, plays 3-4. And again, the Hawks getting the start from the middle through Lawrence. Big thumps. They've got the run. Ominous signs for Carlton. Allen inside 50. No mark to Dunstall. Bradley, a very quiet first turn. Ball to ground once from half back. Look at that ball now sit in the air. Prop. Williams tries to flick it wide. Allen has the chance. Wanted Lawrence. Spills free to Gleeson. Here's an opening for Carlton and Spalding. Earl Spalding flicks it into the pocket to accommodate Kernahan. Still going is Steve Kernahan. He's beaten 2. Floats a high kick in towards full forward. Over the back it goes. Welsh and McCrabb are both there. It's a throw in.
You saw Lawrence slip over there on centre wing. The ground really is not in good condition. Waverley Park,
yes.
is it?
My word.
It's so heavy it's difficult for the players. There hasn't been that much rain in Melbourne this week. So, well, there's Kernahan trying to hook it around the corner. Still danger for Hawthorn, and finally it's forced over the line and through for a behind. Hawthorn with the breeze. They would want to make the most of it. They started well with a goal to Platten. It's 2 goals the margin. As Chris Langford thinking about going short here. Gee, that's dangerous. It comes off to Mew. I thought with the breeze you're better off kicking long though. Chris Mew, now he's playing on. Andy Collins, they're trying to get that ball off and running. Condon, back to Collins. Andrew Collins to centre wing. Hudson, good mark, getting in front of Hawthorn. Hawthorn beat him in the first round. Now Hudson centres it. Oh, good mark, Gowers. Excellent mark, Gowers. Will he give it off? No, he won't.
Let's hope these Hawthorn players survive the fight then, if we only had the 1 round, Pete. Condon. Dunstall. Recovers magnificently. Sockers off the ground, but straight into Dorotich. Albin. Oh, Tommy. Takes it over the line. Throw in Hawthorn's right forward pocket. Madden beaten. The hand pass, the flick down went straight to Dorotich, who then gets in the way of Gleeson. Eventually he gets out of trouble. Condon at the back. Can't keep it in play. Williams sees him over the line. Yes, all players finding it very difficult on this shifting surface. Madden trying to do the work from the back. Jenke was in the right spot at the right time, but he spears one in towards Hudson. Oh dear, socketed out of his hands, picked up by Jarman. High floating kick, maybe shepherded through. Hannah does very well. Tony Hall trying to block him. Hannah got clear and got a hand to it. 1-6. Hawthorn, Carlton a 3-5.
David Kernahan looking for an option. Mainly covered the Carlton players. Now he brings it to, oh, look at that hold up in the breeze. Paul Deere in front. 2 bites, couldn't grab. There's Mew. Now it's Gleeson going to ground. It's shuffled out. Chance for Ratton. Or Ratton went straight to the line, but he was under enormous pressure. So good play by Brent Ratton.
Yeah, it was, Pete, because the only option he had further down the field was Greg Deere. So going the boundary like that was the best option there, no doubt.
Half-forward line for the Hawks. Paul Deere, front position against Madden. He gets it to a Madden. The big arms went up, though. Here's Chris Mew. Quick kick to the half-forward line. Hawthorn and Hudson. Hawthorn dropped it. Hudson in after it. Went without it. A loose ball, Platten. Oh, too high on Platten. Oh, boy, I think the umpire was on the wrong side of the pack then. Couldn't see it. And no free kick for the little rover.
Oof.
But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He's going to throw it up.
On Hawthorn's 50-metre line. Madden wins it with the left hand again. Gleeson takes it. Stabs with the left foot towards centre wing. Condon. And over the line. Scoring not easy. Madden determined to hold front spot. He's going to get a free kick. Lawrence saying, I was held. But all to no avail. Malin will give it to Bradley. Gleeson. Gee, he's been busy. 7 kicks and 4 hand passes for Adrian Gleeson. Kick dropped short.
Oh, he was dragged off the ball.
No free kick for him.
Unbelievable umpiring.
Umpire Howard on that occasion.
Unbelievable, isn't it, what they miss?
Again to be thrown up. Again, Madden gets front spot. Ratton, Gleeson, Pritchard, McCrabb. All at the bottom. Madden trying to take it out of there, but it's Jenke who got a short kick straight to Brown. High one towards the 50-metre line. Robertson and Collins. Well done by Robertson. And here youngster, but he sockers it down towards the half-forward line. Langford keeps it in. Could be dangerously so to Deere. May just about lose it here. Could be costly. Kernahan to O'Sullivan. Luke. Thank you. Very valuable goal into the breeze. O'Sullivan gets his second. Carlton a 4-5, Hawthorn a 1-6.
Yes, and a very skillful goal there by O'Sullivan. 2 very good pieces of work before that, though. Firstly by Ben Robertson, showing a good deal of maturity early, get the ball away in a heavy contest, and then Kernahan again beating 2 or 3 players, getting the ball free to O'Sullivan, who finished off very well.
Handy goal into the breeze, that one. So we go back to the centre, Lawrence and Madden. Madden tapped it out, taken by Gowers, a high floating kick. Ratton versus Allen. Allen back with the flight. He's still going after his Allen. He's got no backup support. He almost tripped over. Socket off the ground, out on the foot. So there'll be a penalty kick there to Paul Deere. If he moves it quickly, there's a man on the mark now in Tommy Elvin. Umpire's called play on as he chips it across. This is Ray Jenke. Now he can chip it across also, and he's found his mate Darren Pritchard now. Fiddling around a bit, Hawthorn. They should be kicking long into the forward line. There's the long kick this time. Dunstall in front. Tap down to Hudson. Hudson round the corner, slams it goal. That is a great kick. So, first goal for Paul Hudson, and the Hawks hit back. 2-6 plays 4-5.
There's a very quick reply there, and Hudson, who's had 2 opponents, he's got Hawthorn at the moment, had him early in the first quarter. Bradley's also playing loose man in defence, who's picked up Hudson as well. So to break free there on that occasion was very well done. There you see Craig Bradley playing as a loose man.
Carlton by 21 points. Points from the middle. Ratton caught off to Dorotage. Too high for Platten. The back is Pritchard. Gives it away to Jenke. Almost had his head pulled off by Spalding. He missed. Danger here for Carlton. Ben Allen outside 50. What will he do? He decides to go long. Hall is at the back. Dunstall runs into trouble. Centering kick by Hudson. Ratton misses it. Could open the door for Jarman. From behind.
Jarman is quick on that kick, isn't he, Ross?
My words, the second time he's had a quick snap like that. But good work there too from Paul there. Geez, good in that in the close quarters. Doesn't get a lot of touches, but gee, he does some good work.
Oh, that's where he was missed when he had the broken thumb. There's Gowers, the big fist away. He had the broken thumb, and also he was out for 4 weeks, suspended for tripping. Amazing that he got 4 weeks, and a little bit later, Craig Devonport gets 2 for the same incident.
What are you suggesting, Peter? Lack of consistency?
Lack of consistency, exactly that. As we see little Platten charging into the pack, he goes to ground, and the umpire's pinged him for holding the ball. Yes, you've got to make some attempt to get it out. As Tom Alvin from half back brings it out towards centre wing. Chris Mew marks. Did he? Didn't quite hang on to it, did he, Ross?
No, they played a couple early, Pete, which was similar, so they've got to be consistent, keep it going.
Mew to Jenke in the middle. Hawthorn wanting to get a wriggle on in the second quarter. Bradley's the loose man in defence. Off him to Dorotich. He's got to be pinged.
He got a lot of chance. Didn't have much hope, did
that's
he?
the thing I was going to say. He's grabbed the ball and he's turned, and in its second he's pinged. It was a great tackle by Allen, but it's not holding the ball. He had no chance to get rid of it whatsoever.
Because the tackle was at the same time he grabbed the ball.
It was really almost instantaneous, Pete. You can't do much about it.
I think he should have got the benefit.
Allen from 50 metres. High drop punt. He's pushed it across the face, way across the face. Carlton fans may say justice.
There's Peter Dean back on, and player going off was Ratton.
Hannah from the back pocket. Done some very good minding jobs earlier in the season. Platten over the line. Lawrence again almost tangled up. Dorotich, a quick kick towards the centre. Jenke is there, but has it stolen beautifully by Spalding off to Gleeson. He's had a field day, Adrian Gleeson. 9 kicks so far in the game. Langford away from Kernahan. Off to Pritchard. Darren Pritchard, 9th kick. Condon's his target. To half forward. Poor kick, dropped short. Well in front of Lawrence, and the only one there was Diesel Williams. Going wide again. Accommodate Spalding. Mew's there with him. And over the line. Earl suggests there could have been some hanging on.
Greg Deere, I should say, versus Earl Spalding. And Dermott is warming up, and the crowd has gone wild. Socket off the ground by Williams. Here's Collins. You can hear the roar in the background. Dermott warming up. Dermott Brereton, that is, of course, as we see Ray Jenke to the half-forward line. Lawrence back with the flight. Paul Deere to Lawrence. Great play by Deere. Lawrence into the pocket. Hudson at the back. Well, I thought he could have marked that.
Looked that way, Pete, didn't the boundary umpire was a mile away, but that bit deceiving out there too, Pete, with the breeze carrying the ball a bit further. Interesting to see who might come off either Hall or Hudson.
Well, there's Dermott warming up, and he's itching to get out there, and I'd throw him in right now.
Actually, it's a good time, really, because they're making no major impression at the moment, and they might want a little kick along. Madden at the back. Jarman lost it. He had it, but he lost it. Paul Deere is going nowhere. Still inside the Hawks' attacking zone. Dorotich, a hurried kick, badly directed, however. Pritchard takes it. Outside 50, Darren Pritchard. Hudson calling for it in the pocket. He's going to be forced onto the left foot. Dunstall is also there. It's a very poor kick. It goes out on the foot.
Gee, that's poor play by Hawthorn.
There's Tony Hawk coming off for Brereton.
Well, you'll hear the roar. Now, because Tony Hawk came off, that left his man Hannah loose. And that's not good play. Now, Dermott's on. Here he comes. He couldn't mark, but he's going to make his presence felt very early. He's got it. On to McCrabb, and listen to the crowd. McCrabb in towards half-forward. Hudson's got 4 to beat.
Well done, Hannah. Good
And the
mark.
mark taken by Hannah, but Paul Hudson surrounded by 4 Carlton players.
Hannah to centre wing. Spalding his target. Plenty of pushing and shoving there. Mew probably should be the one to take the free kick.
Yes, he's lifted his running bit this quarter, Chris Mew. Spalding certainly had the better of him in the first quarter, and I was going to suggest a change there, but Mew's lifted.
He goes to the 50-metre line. Hudson's his target. Dorotich coming in from the side did well. Very determined. Played on. Did play on. Dean back to Dorrit. Off to Brown. Hand pass is not a good one for Hogg. Gleeson is there with him. Hawthorn 2. Platten at the bottom. Dorotich tries to go off the ground. Dangerously so.
Well, he actually just poked at it. It wasn't a dangerous kick.
Platten towards Deer. Pritchard. Now where's Brereton? In towards full forward and hammered over the line. Away from Jason Dunstall by Kernahan from behind.
Carlton coming around that flank there with Dorotich and Dean and Co. Very indecisive. Really made a mess of things.
9 points the margin. Just over 10 minutes of play remaining.
Mill Hannah. Kick went about 10 metres. Hannah still in the back pocket area. They're hanging on well in defence, Carlton. Hannah to the half-back line. Gower swoops from the back. Doesn't attempt it. I think if you can get your fist to it,
Try and mark
you may
it.
as well go for the mark, because he had that covered, Andrew Gowers. He's the only one really in the position to mark it. He's done that a couple of times. Gowers probably trying to do the disciplined thing. He was caught behind. Now here's Greg Deer versus Madden, a good contest. There's Gowers, a quick kick to the half-forward line. McCrabb at the back. It hits the deck. Paul Deer working hard. Still working hard. Here's Platten. Platten trying to keep it in play. Scoops it out. Condon on to Platten. Umpire calls play on. There's Fraser Brown. Gives it straight to Gowers. Gowers to the pocket, but not a forward in sight for Hawthorn. The mark has been taken by Welsh, and they're trying to bottle it up in defence, Carlton.
Rowan Welsh kicked a goal in the first quarter. Goes to the outer half-back flank. That's where the bulk of this play will be on this ground today. Inglison's going to scoot away, but it's a Carlton free kick to be taken by Steve Kernahan. Well, all players are just about in one half of the ground. Spalding in front, couldn't take it. Pritchard underground to Mew is effective. To the half-forward line. Well, Hogg unattended, takes the mark.
I wonder whether Platten's 100% fit. He normally contests every issue,
Yes,
doesn't
well,
he?
Hogg's a very good player, though. Penny's been tagging him all day.
Welsh thought about going wide to Peter Dean, then changes direction quite starkly. Spalding at the back. Again with that lunge forward, looking for a free kick. He got rid of it. Williams like lightning to Kernahan. He'll have to be quick. He is to the half-forward line. Robertson takes a good mark. Young Ben Robertson. Off to Gleeson, outside 50. Adrian Gleeson, lovely kick. Tommy into the open goal. Alvin gets his first. Carlton holding the Hawks, 5-5, plays 2-8.
And again, compliments to Ben Robertson. As we saw the Carlton players, particularly Greg Williams and Stephen Kernahan, the senior players, run up to him and say, well done. Got that ball free, and it was a great option there by Gleeson. Terrific running too from Alvin, who ran almost 60 metres to create that play. And just reward too with a goal.
Very handy goal to the Blues. They lead by 15 points. Here's Pritchard to Gowers. Williams, centre of the ground, sweeps it wide. Platten and Jarman. Jarman did some good shepherding to allow Platten. Oh, come on.
Well, he was saying that Jarman took Hogg high. That's where the free kick's going.
Well, they were off and running. Now Hogg, the centre wing. Now he should be called play on here. There's his Well, smothered off the boot. He was definitely playing on there. Condon over the top. Paul Deere to keep it in. Good play by Deere. Deere to the half-forward line. Lawrence in front. Beaten for it by Fraser Brown. Brown, God, clever skills. That's good play. And the mark has been taken by Adrian Gleeson, but a good quarter by Carlton so far.
Very good one, Pete, yes.
They're really hanging on. Here's a loose man again. And Alan Joyce wouldn't be happy. A lot of the Hawthorn players aren't manning up.
Fraser Brown, the half forward. Kernahan, a lightning tackle. The ball spills over the boundary line. Yes, they've managed to hold Hawthorn. You have the breeze. The Hawks have kicked just the 2 goals in this quarter, and Carlton kicking into it have matched them with a couple. And with just on 7 minutes remaining, critical stage of the game for Hawthorn. McGuinness. Floating hand pass looking for Pritchard. With him is Williams at the back of Langford. Oh, dangerous. But okay to Condon. Jarman and Alvin. Good use of the body by Jarman. It's a delight to watch. Pritchard gets a shocking bounce. Jarman through again.
And that should be holding the ball.
On that occasion, they penalised Platten earlier on,
Yep.
Pete, up the ground a bit further. So what's the difference?
Exactly the same. Earl Spalding dragged it in underneath him and made no attempt to get it out.
Just forward of centre for the Hawks. Madden again with the left hand. McGuinness hurriedly gets boot to ball. Brereton can't get in the pack. Very late anyway.
Gee, that looked a mark to Carlton too.
McCrabb.
Free kick to Dean, yes. Brereton in late there, Sandy, on Dean. No intent on the footy.
16 free kicks to Carlton, 11 to Hawthorn. Kernahan can go over the top to Hannah. Now Mill has a hectare or two here. Elects to take the kick. Langford, Alvin, Jarman and Kernahan. 2 South Australians that leave it up to Langford and Alvin. Now Ben Allen. Dorotich will drift across and is called out by Rowan Welsh. Good play. Now he goes off to Dorotich. Carlton controlling it. They're doing well. Sexton. Coming down to Melbourne from Sandhurst. Floats it towards centre wing. Good strong mark by Kernahan. Well, they say he's been carrying a mystery ailment. Doesn't look to be too much wrong with him at the moment. Chris Mew from half-back.
It's been a great quarter by Carlton. They've scored a couple of goals into the breeze and they're hanging on in defence. And then Hawthorn don't look like scoring goals at the moment. Here's McCrabb bumped out of it. Over the back was Hogg. Well played to Matt. Now to Dean. That's excellent football. Dean to Gleeson. Gleeson the chip pass and again loose manning up. This is Spalding. Now Gleeson. Gleeson will set sail for home. Scott McGuinness versus Alvin. Who'll control it? McGuinness tries to soccer it off the ground. He does so. The race is on. Gowers versus Fraser Brown. And Gowers kicks it over the line. But it's been a Carlton's quarter, no doubt about that. And they lead 5-5 to 2-8.
Just over 4 minutes remaining. Carlton, as you can see, in this quarter more effective with their tackling. Collins, as I speak, was caught. Ball spills free to Pritchard. The Hawks wanting a couple of quick goals. Because the Blues are going to have the breeze again in the third quarter. Hawthorn wide to Madden. Just gets boot the ball in time. Hawthorn didn't on that occasion. Jarman in solidly again. He's given away a free kick. Tends to give away a few. Brown off to Sexton. High kick floating towards half forward. Chris Mews had a very good second quarter. Takes the mark. Oh, and that does float. Very dangerous. Williams. Well, good shepherding by Williams. McGuinness butters up though. O'Sullivan's still going. Now he has that customary dash. But kicks at full pace into the left forward pocket. The ball eludes Mew. Gleeson tries to soccer off the ground. Desperate stuff here in front of goal. There's Deer. Collins. A bounce.
There's a Chris Mew's kick there across ground. He always has lacked a low trajectory, powerful kick. He always sets it up high, and the breeze then just taking it back into the attacking zone, and now Carlton having another opportunity to score.
Kernahan, but straight to Collins, and this time Hawthorn should get out of trouble.
They've got to do something here, Hawthorn. Pritchard will kick it wide. Oh, he went to the wrong option then. Jarman. Now, another free kick against Jarman. He can't believe it. He's umpire deliberating that he was holding. There was a bad option from Darren Pritchard. He had a man loose out wide. And Jarman was covered. It's at half forward. Platten versus Hogg. There might have been holding going on then. Platten ends up with it. Brings it in towards half forward. Poor judgment by Lawrence. And a good mark to Dorotic. Dorotic wide. Mark. Good mark. Hawthorn. Centre wing. Under 2 minutes before half time. A vital 2 minutes. Hawthorn desperately need a goal. They've wasted the breeze. Here's Greg Deer at the back. No mark. Bradley went without it. Ben Allen hooks it back. Austin McCrabb trapped it well. Will go on to McGuinness. McGuinness, an ordinary kick. Brereton gets the bounce of the ball. Beautiful. Oh, Lawrence has fumbled. He's having a shocking day. Lawrence. He's playing for the free kick. Gets it to Jarman. Dodging and weaving. Jarman's made a mistake. Goes to get it again. Socket off the ground. It's all Carlton. Well done, Carlton. As we see the quick kick from Madden Land. Oh, Pritchard, a bad mistake. Went for a hand pass. Goes to get it again. They're not playing well, Hawthorn, as Platten takes it.
Johnny Platten's kick inside 50 towards Hudson. Got it. No. It's going to be paid.
It's another one of those, Sandy. They've got to be consistent on that. They paid a couple earlier on where players had a few grabs at it. Yeah, Lawrence will come off the ground. Anderson to come on.
It's Greg Deer.
Oh, Greg Deer. Sorry, Pete. Correct.
So Paul Hudson has kicked one and missed one. He's got the assistance of the breeze. The Hawks desperately need one from 52 metres. Deep into the square at...
No mark.
Gowers, no mark paid.
Well, was that a mark, Ross?
Well, you see in the context what they've paid before, Pete. You think they would have paid it?
So a ball up, just about in the square. Madden trying to flick it over and concede it behind. Williams at the bottom of the pack does get it out towards the half-back flank and O'Sullivan in opposition to McGuinness, who on the siren kicks it over the line on the full, but it's half-time here at Waverley Park. The Blues holding the Hawks in a low-scoring affair. Carlton 5-5, 35, 15-point leaders over Hawthorn 2-8-20.
Kick, Sandy.
Well, he's going to be kicking from 65 metres. The ball did go out on the full as we called it. But if Johnny Platten kicks this, no addition to the score. So where were we? At half-time, repeating those scores. Carlton 5-5, 35. Hawthorn 2-8. Into the second half here at Waverley Park. Carlton leads by 15 points. A fine second quarter by the Blues in which they were able to stop the Hawks. Gowers up in the air. Flicked further afield by Gleeson. On to Spalding. Carlton quickly into attack towards Kernahan. Spills as he falls. He stops and asks the question, and Langford scoots away. To centre wing, Dean Anderson. Sending the Hawks up towards the left half forward flank. Hudson. Centering kick, it's effective to Pritchard. And another one, Allen. Had his choice there. Dunstall came out. I think Allen may have been the original target. Pretty busy in the first half. The Hawks not only have to stop Carlton as much as they can in this quarter, they must score as well. Kick is across the face. Kernahan sees it over for one behind. 2-9 plays 5-5. Only 14 points in it, but it's not a high-scoring game.
David Kernahan about to bring it back into play. He's done well on Dunstall. He's held him goalless at the moment. A good effort. Look, uncontested was Madden. On it goes to Scott McGuinness. McGuinness, well, no one came at him either as he hooks it back to the pocket. Kernahan versus Dunstall. Now that could be a free kick to Kernahan. No, it's kept in play, and now Hannah takes it over the line. But almost could have been a free against Dunstall.
It could have, Pete, and it looks like John Platten's playing in a back pocket or half-back flank, picking up Brett Ratton.
Well, they might be playing him as a loose man, seeing that Carlton are kicking with the breeze. Carlton did that effectively in the second term. There's Greg Williams taking it to the line. Anthony Condon's picking him up.
Just been keeping an eye on Mill Hannah too, who's favouring a leg. Blues still with Silvani on the bench. Alvin trying to flick over the top. And was
another free kick against Jarman. He's given away a lot of free kicks, hasn't he, in this match?
He and his brother Pete figure very highly. Yes.
Alvin's long floating kick. Hard one to read. Covers the pack. Collins in strongly. Effective spoil on Robertson. Pritchard over the top. Wanted Condon. Bradley there with him. Craig Bradley over the line. He's had just the 3 kicks for the day, Craig Bradley. Lawrence goes with a roundhouse right down towards centre wing. Jarman again at the bottom of the pack with Alvin asking the question. I wonder perhaps if some of these players may be suffering a bit of a hangover after that marvellous game, Pete, on Tuesday night.
It was a great game, and Darren Jarman, of course, figured prominently in that. Or there's Lawrence going early. Now it's a centre wing. Players trying to get it out of that pack. Well done by Alvin. Here's O'Sullivan. Pushed as he kicked it. Gowers. Oh, it's tapped on again. Here's Platten. Well played, Johnny Platten. I think that's a pretty good move by Alan Joyce to get Platten to the half-back area. Paul Deere can't keep it in as the breeze takes it over, but he'll work very hard, Ross, across half-back.
Yes, he will. Yeah, Pritchard and Gleeson having a good duel on the ball as the respective rovers.
Throw in again on the outer side. Gleeson down in front. Bradley does the shepherding for Dorotich. It's a high kick towards Spalding. Earl Spalding been pretty effective today. Although Chris Mew had a much better second quarter. Over the back, Madden attempts to go at it again. McGuinness couldn't. Hawthorn shows aggression. Jenky. Down they go like 9 pins. Mew asks the question. Hawthorn's at the bottom of the pack. So another ball up in the Blues attacking zone. Just Spalding, a second hand pass towards Hawthorn, who keeps it into Williams. Hurried left foot, kick's going to be too wide.
It's a real hard slog, isn't it, Ross?
Yeah, it's not been a pretty game all day, Pete, and that the conditions are very deceiving.
Well, it's breezy and the ground pretty heavy underfoot for the players, as it's been for a while this ground. Now, that ball floated to centre wing, that was touched over the line. So it is right on centre wing. Fairly strong breeze to the right now. Carlton would have to make the most of it in this term. Lawrence versus Madden. Madden with the left hand. Ben Allen tried to read it and does so. Breaks the tackle. Gets in the hand pass to Mew. Mew, a good kick that one. Out towards half forward line. Kept in by Hudson, or did he? No, he didn't. It'll be a throw in.
Only percentage, Pete, separating these two sides on the ladder. Slightly in favour of Hawthorn.
It's a huge game, isn't it, for both teams?
And I don't think percentage is going to play a great part in today's game. Bradley. Penetrating kick to Kernahan. The Crowies combine. Steve Kernahan yet to kick a goal today, but has 60 for the season. He's been the Blues' leading goal kicker since 1986, having amassed 423.
Silvani warming up too.
Yes, ratting the play to come off, Pete.
Silvani's on. Kernahan's kick looks good. Handy one for the Blues into the breeze. With the breeze, 6-5. Goes 2-9.
Yes, one of the few occasions that Craig Bradley's been able to break away from Scott McGuinness, who's had him all day. Silvani is on the ground. And the quick kick from Bradley allowing Kernahan to run onto the ball very quickly, breaking the shackles of Langford. Hawthorn still haven't worked out that Silvani's out on the ground at the moment.
Back to the centre. Another kick out of the centre by Gleeson this time. Good mark by Collins. Running with the flight of the ball. He'll look out wide for Gowers. A one-on-one contest. Gowers versus Fraser Brown. And Gowers takes it over the line. But I think that Hawthorn would definitely have to score a couple of goals into the breeze this term to be in this game. Carlton are doing it well. They lead 6-5 to 2-9. Lawrence versus Madden. Some pushing and shoving, a push out against Lawrence, which is foolish play.
Very obvious there, Pete.
Absolutely stupid play, because, I mean, if you just get it to the ground, Ross, it gives you a small man a chance to take it away. Well, there's Kernahan at the back, almost a mark. But it's the man in front, Austin McCrabb, being paid. Now, can they get something going? He can go here to Lawrence, who's had an awful day, Steve Lawrence, and he marks at half back.
Floating kick over centre wing. Gowers got a hand to it, but that was all. Brown round his body to Williams. Greg Williams in towards Silvani.
Oh, he's not fit. He is about 50% fit.
Well, it'd also be pretty cool, but he's only just coming on the ground.
Oh, you see the way he ran for that mark then? He didn't look like getting there.
So a throw in Carlton's attacking zone. It's on their 50-metre line. Kernahan beaten in the ruck work. Langford, a short kick to Gowers. Platt, watch out. Hawthorn gets him. And he's given away the free kick, Johnny Platt. Too high. Hawthorn to half forward. Austin McCrabb's in front. Owen Welsh saying to his players down the field, put it up. McCrabb takes a timely mark. Platten a chance at the back. David and Goliath as Madden sprints to him. And then he held Platten.
Well, he played it well there, Sam. He didn't rush it, Madden. He knew the big fella had to bend down at some stage and try and pick it up. Took full advantage.
Hudson could have given away the free kick at the back.
Gee, that's bad play, isn't it, Ross?
Just unnecessary free kicks, but just undisciplined.
Inexcusable to give away an easy kick like that.
One of the Blues veterans now, Peter Dean. Centre wing. And a lot of the play in this quarter on this side of the ground.
Well, the difference in the two sides at the moment is the fact that Carlton were able to score those couple of goals into the breeze in the second term, and they're playing well, the Blues, as they often do against the Hawks. Now, there's the tackle by Gowers. Now, free kick advantage paid to Williams. Williams in towards half forward. Langford in front of Kernahan has taken the mark. Now, which way will he go, Chris Langford? Didn't take too many chances at that end of the ground. Langford chips it to... Oh, Lawrence one-handed. Terrible play. Silvani, an open goal. But they've got him... Oh, that could be 50 metres. No. Now, Andy Collins saves the day, but, gee, Stephen Lawrence, one-handed again.
Yeah, I'm sure Alan must have caught him in, but he just could have left it go. And I could take an easy chest mark.
Short to Chris Mew, tucked in the back pocket. He hugs the outer boundary line. Spalding tries to whip it over the back. Albert over the line. 14.5 minutes remaining in this vital third quarter. Lawrence leans on Madden. Socket clear towards Welsh. Away to the running Luke O'Sullivan. Bradley now tucked in a corner, but does find some space to Williams. Centering kick. Oh, Gowes was given a decent old shove out, and he'll take the free kick. Free kicks 23 to Carlton and 15 to Hawthorn. Langford. Prettily to Pritchard. To Hudson. Oh. Peter Dean with him. Dean goes for the boundary line.
Yes, and Peter Hudson again just taking his eye off the foot at the crucial moment, therefore he spoils the mark.
Paul Hudson, I think you meant.
Paul Hudson, beg your pardon. Peter Dean just reminding him there the mistake he made.
Well, he should have marked it because really he had it now. Here's Condon going back to Anderson and Gowers. Oh, smothered. Well played, Carlton. Fraser Brown lying on it. He made no attempt to get it out. And that's a free kick to Hawthorn. They badly need a goal or two into the breeze. This is Gowers. Dunstall's been held goalless. He leads now to the pocket. Hudson in front. Thumped away by Dean. Good play. And Hawthorn not being able to make any impression on that good Carlton defence.
Yeah, they've got no system at the moment, Pete, which is all due credit to Carlton. They've bottled their runners up very well.
The Hawks still yet to kick a goal at this end of the ground. Brown loses it to Gowes, who might try and soccer it further forward. Oh, now they've broken the drought. Gowes gets there first at that end, and a much-needed goal into the breeze. 3-9 plays 6-5.
No question, Sandy. Such a vital one there. It's such a low-scoring game. The goal's so hard to come by. It's a crucial one. Platten now picking up Bradley or vice versa, playing the backline role still. McGuinness has gone on to Silvani.
Next goal vitally important. 27 plays 41. Can get the Hawks going. Here they go. Darren Pritchard, a high floating kick to the half-forward line. Dorotic and Deer. Deer and Dorotic. Dorotic dives on it. Did he try and get it out? Well, the umpire giving him the benefit of the doubt. Umpire David Howlett officiating today with Michael Abbott, who umpired the State of Origin on Tuesday night.
Just over 12 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Madden too much height for Deer. Alban does get it on. Robertson under pressure, flicks it further forward towards O'Sullivan, who could have been pushed in the back. Advantage paid. The Blues forward again. Will they answer that goal? McCrabb off to McGuinness. Ooh, dangerous hand pass. Bradley's there. Who can he find? Alvin. Spalding. Earl Spalding coming up for his 9th kick. He's taken 4 marks.
Yes, he's worked very hard at centre half forward today, Earl Spalding. It's been a good duel with EMU. Spalding took the honours early. Mew came back very strongly, but Spalding's done a lot of hard work, a lot of bustling, a lot of contesting.
This kick to make the margin 20 points once again. Kicking from just outside 50, might struggle with the distance. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. But it's only a behind. No trouble with the distance. 6-6 plays 3-9. Langford to the outer side. Spalding with a fist. Ben Allen is there. Craig Bradley also. Still with Allen. The ball is held to him. I think it's going to be a very tight last quarter, gentlemen. Maybe a spot in the final 6 hanging on this game. Condon. Good effort by Dorotic in front.
See a bit of strength between those two, Ross.
Oh,
Strong Paul Deere.
It's at centre wing. This game is not over yet. I think, as Sandy Roberts said, I think it's going to be a good, tight, tough game. There's Paul Deere. Well, free kick given against Deere to Madden. That height proving a problem for Paul Deere. Now Madden is right out at centre wing. The Blues go forward as he hooks it across towards Williams. Now he's dropped the mark correctly. Might have been touched off the boot. Bradley, now O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan, a high floating kick to the half-forward line. McCrabb sets himself, kept his eyes on it. A good attempt. No mark, though, as players go in after it. And the umpire again giving the player the benefit of the doubt. He'll bounce.
9.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Kernahan beats Lawrence. Collins and Robertson see it over the line. Little terrier Ben Robertson. Throw in once more. Kernahan didn't stick. Bradley sandwiched. Pritchard will give it back to the active McCrabb. Could be dangerous, that Austin. Although Gowes is quick and he not so subtly pops it over the boundary line. $15 points the margin, favouring the Blues. Spalding in front, might have copped one in the eye in that encounter. Langford ripped off the kick as he took it. Now it's all Carlton. Oh, Justin. Dorotich still a chance. Gets through some fairly heavy traffic. Sexton a high kick. Kernahan off the pack. Platten. The Hawks defending stoutly. Back towards Gowes. With him was Hawthorn. Sexton at the back. Bit of time. Pulls a left foot kick in towards Kernahan. The ball dropped it. Free.
Oh, no.
well, you see, as he came to ground, his back was to the umpire.
Oh, boy.
It wasn't a mark in the end.
You look at it again and you can see the ball has spilt free.
Definitely came out. He's
well,
going to pay the bounce.
I thought he paid the mark.
So did I.
Initially, I was sure he paid that mark.
Yeah. Well, it's a correct decision then in the end.
Yep. And here we go. Bradley to Williams. Good smother by Langford. Well played by the Hawthorn fullback.
Well, what a vital decision in the context of the game, Ross.
No question.
Well, I thought when he ran down, he definitely signalled that he was paying the mark and then changed his mind when he got there. Well, unbelievable. There's Lawrence at the back. The big thump away. It'll favour Gowers. Great pick-up. He was going to Pritchard. Then he elects to go to Allen. Hawthorn off and running. The kick out wide. Jarman should beat Elvin for this one. He's broken the shackles here at long last, Darren Jarman. What will he do with the ball? He kicks it to the pocket. Dunstall leads. Oh, bad mistake. And the champion full forward. It is not his day. He's dropped a dead set sitter.
Well, you don't often see Greg Williams drop one earlier on, who's probably got the safest pair of hands you've seen for a long time, as Jason Dunstall.
And probably the reason he's probably so cold up that end of the ground. Hasn't seen the action for a while.
By Tony Campbell's gloves had people.
Madden and Deere. Alvin claimed by Jarman. Deere flicks it out towards Hudson. Platten squabbles for it and gets it. Round his body. Dorotich over the back. Condon tries to flick it away. Hannah. In the meantime, the whistle is sound. It's a free kick to Dermy.
Yes, well, Burton went back into Dorotich, who then threw him to the ground after the ball had been well away from him. That was a free kick. That's what it was for.
So Brereton for his first kick since round 5. And he'd love a goal.
They need it.
25 metres out. Tight angle. Welcome back, Danny. That might inspire the Hawks. 4-9 plays Carlton 6-6.
Yeah, so the goal by Gowes earlier was a critical one, but this one even more so. And a bit of a silly free kick there from Dorotich, well spotted by the umpire. And what a vital goal.
I think there's been a great coaching move by Alan Joyce, putting Platten across half-back.
Well, either just to look after his legs a bit there, Pete, but also just to give them a bit of drive, because Pritchard's doing a good job on the ball.
Well, here's Stephen Lawrence, the big thump. It's gone straight to Hawthorn. Hawthorn, here's Platten again. Oh, well played to Bradley. The knock-on. Back it comes to Spalding. Spalding trying to... Oh, he's got it. Loses it. Here's Ben Allen. He gets his kick in. Great play, Ben Allen. The transfer play out wide to Pritchard, and Hawthorn off and running. Hudson on the lead. Now, can he run around here? He chips it in short. Hudson, was that a trip? He thought so. Umpire didn't. Still Hudson. It sits in the mud. Fancy saying mud at this time of the year as the left foot. Here's Gowers. Oh, he's dropped it. Racing after it's Paul Deere. He can't pick it up. Here's Brereton trying to trap it. He went without it. Now it's Hannah. The game is livened up here as Dorotich goes to the line. And Hawthorn really had a big chance there, Ross, and they blew it.
Just sense some lifting too, Pete, can't you?
Game has certainly gone up a notch since that goal. It's going to be a big last quarter here at Waverley Park. Anderson at the bottom. Dermott saying, would you please get off my hip?
I think the last thing Carlton would want would be a Hawthorn goal right here. They'd need a bigger lead than this.
"30 metres out from the Hawks scoring zone. Dean pushing it high. Gleeson the run of it. Intercepted by Pritchard. Lawrence has had a shocker of a day. Hannah works hard. High kick. Welsh in front.
Great mark.
Yeah, well done by Adrian Gleeson too, to run straight at the footy.
And here is Gleeson again. One of the best on the ground. 16 kicks towards Kernahan. Spills it. Spalding there. Claimed by Platten. Langford towards the boundary line. And straight over. Well, just under 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Nine points the margin. The Blues in front. Lawrence wins the tap. Williams tries to flick it on. Hawthorn soccers off the ground to Kernahan. It's effective. Where's Silvani? Well, he's certainly not 100%. To Alvin. Oh, Silvani did well to shepherd out Jarman. Alvin heads for goal. Tommy again. 2 goals to Tom Alvin. And the Blues answer. 7-6 plays 4-9.
Yes, and again the skipper leading the way there. Kernahan doing a mountain of work there in the ruck and then getting the ball clear to give Silvani somewhere to run into. Took the ball very cleanly. Then Alvin with pace has done a good job on Jarman. He's second.
A vital goal to the Blues. Madden, the long arm went off the ground by Jarman to the half-forward line. Paul Deere and Dorotich. Dorotich misses it. Paul Deere still can't pick it up. Onto the left-footed chip pass across Hudson. He waits for the bounce. Taps it on. Still going Hudson. Not enough backup support. Poor effort up there by Dean. Was it Condon or Anderson? I'll pick him up in a minute. It was Condon not helping Hudson. Here's Jenke. Jenke goes to grab it. Goes back. Dragged off the ball. Free kick Ray Jenke. Hawthorn could do with one before three-quarter time. 2.5 minutes, just over, of play left before three-quarter time as Ray Jenke brings it in towards half-forward. This is Hudson at the back, and he's taken a good mark. He can give it to McCrabb if he kicks it now. He hooks it back to the half-forward line. Here's Condon. Over the top, Pritchard off and running. Inside to Anderson. Back to Pritchard. An open goal. Pritchard to Dunstall. And a goal to the Hawks. Great team play, Hawthorn. What a handy goal to the Hawks. Dunstall kicks his first. 7-6 Carlton. Hawthorn remain on a 5-9.
And all that happened because of a clean grab from Hudson, who's now just having a chat to Luke O'Sullivan, and he's run up, Hudson that is, to say thank you to Jenke. But as you said, Pete, great teamwork there and a great pick-up. The handball coming back from Pritchard by Condon, was it, or Anderson? Or was it Anderson? Handled the ball very cleanly.
Yes, that's the best passage of team play we've seen today. 48 plays 39, just over 2 remaining. Will Carlton reply again? Lawrence to Pritchard. The Hawks getting a feeling for scoring this end of the ground. Dorothy over, tidies up for Carlton to Hawthorn. His hand pass is not good for Williams, but he shrugs the Gow's tackle. To half forward, Spalding's in front and a mile in front of Mew. Away goes Earl Spalding, gets underneath a high kick. Kernahan, Langford, neither can take it. Bradley first to it. Will he try and run round and centre? He does, and he centres beautifully.
Hawthorn coming off, Ratton back on.
Justin Madden. A chance to again make the margin, 15 points. Looking for his first goal for the day. Directly in front, 45 out. Flat punt, but effective. The Blues answer. 8-6, plays 5-9.
Yes, and a very important kick there from the big fella. Well rowed by Bradley. You need those scouts on the deck as the ball comes down, as it did then. And he used his brain and centred the ball very well.
How vital is the loose ball? It favoured Carlton up that end with Dorotich, and they end up with a goal. Getting close to three-quarter time. Tommy Alvin caught. That could be holding the ball. No. I thought he tried to break the tackle.
It's one of those front-on ones too, Pete.
Yep.
And she's well spotted by Allen too.
30 seconds of play before three-quarter. A goal to either side here would be extremely vital. There's Lawrence tapping it down. Luke O'Sullivan dropped it. Socket off the ground. Carlton, well done by Williams to crash his way through the pack. Carlton off and running. The kick comes in towards half forward. Silvani pushing and shoving. Welsh is there. Still a chance. Bradley. Here's a chance. Fraser Brown. He kicks it wide. Rowan Welsh. Scotty McGuinness. There's the siren. We're in for a titanic last quarter here at AFL Park. Carlton lead at three-quarter time. 8-6-54. To Hawthorn 5-9-39. I did Tony Hall on. Loose man in defence, Rowan Welsh. See what Hawthorn had done. Have brought McCrabb out here to bring Welsh.
Correct.
Carlton goes into the final quarter with a 15-point lead. But Hawthorn has the aid of the breeze. Who'll win it out of the centre? The Blues through Brown on the left half forward flank. Robertson leads in the race. Soccers off the ground and finds the boundary line. The Blues have led at every change. Their big quarter was the second when they booted 3 into the breeze. Gleeson takes the hand pass. Further afield to Bradley on the 50-metre line. He's had a quiet day. Platten ridden into the ground.
There's free kick.
Johnny Platten. 11 kicks for the Hawk Rover. Madden trying to palm it off, but Lawrence intercepts. Now an opportunity for Deer. Long kick. That's the way Hawthorn's got to go. Dean over the top of Hudson is an effective spoil. Condon dives back on the football on the 50-metre line. The umpire comes in very quickly for a bounce.
Well, earlier on there, Sandy, Madden should have just grabbed the ball with two hands there rather than trying to be fancy. Just grab it and kick it long. Get rid of it quickly.
50-metre out from the Hawthorn goal. Madden, those long arms vital in these last couple. Oh, nearly a throw. Scooped out towards Fraser Brown, inside to Gleeson. Gleeson coming through the centre of the ground. Towards the half-forward line, Greg Williams back with the fly. Just punched away, straight to Jinky. Jinky went the wrong way, but he eventually gave it to Pritchard. Pritchard wide, he's looking out there for Paul Deere, who marks. Now he wants to give a hand pass. Now he's swing on, should be kicking it long. In towards the half-forward line. Brereton, no, it's Hudson, I should say. Rowan Welsh. Gleeson has been excellent. Gleeson to Elvin. The Blues off and running. They've got loose men everywhere. He goes wide to Williams. Williams will look for the lead. Greg Williams, a high floating kick. Silvani in the back. No doubt about that one. And it'll be a free kick to Scott McGuinness. And Silvani looks very much short of a gallop.
My word, Pete.
McGuinness from the back pocket. Long kick. Jarman at the back. Too quick for Madden, and he sockers it over the line.
Change here. Condon's coming off and Tony Hall back on. He'll be picked up by Sexton.
Tony Hall virtually won them the game against the Brisbane Bears.
I think that's a good move, that.
And he produced something special in this last quarter. Or can the Blues hang on? Luke O'Sullivan takes the hand pass. Up towards the 50-metre line. No mark. Working hard was Robertson. Off to Brown. He's inside 50. Good pass.
Well done, Ben Robertson. Sandy, you called it. He really did work hard there. Kept his eye on the footy. Pushed it forward under good pressure from Collins. Now his teammate has a shot at goal.
First kick of the day for Steve Silvani since coming onto the ground in the third quarter. Important one. Into the breeze he goes and away for one behind. (8-7) plays 5-9. 16 points the margin.
Chris Langford should be looking with a long kick straight down the centre of the ground, which he does. And he's looking there for Gowers at the back. The ball hits the deck. Ratton's in there after Jarman, the tackler. And the umpire said it was held to him, so it will be a bounce.
Pretty dark here, Pete. They've got the lights on.
It's at centre wing. 21 minutes of play left. Goals have been hard to come by for Hawthorn. They've really struggled up forward. There's Gowers, the big thump away. Out. They've got the big chance here to break away through Ben Allen. Allen to the half-forward line. Tony Hall misread that. Bad. And a great mark for Sexton. Sexton off. Beautiful kick into the breeze, a thumping kick. New back with the fly has taken a good mark.
Chris Mew lays it off quickly to Ray Jenke. Just gets his kick in time. Dorotich and Deere. The latter got a hand to it. Oh, Dorotich threw it out. It's straight to Ben Allen. Here's danger for Carlton. Dunstall this time. A safe pair of hands. Coming up for his 7th kick. He's only got the one goal. That was kicked in the third quarter when the Hawks got to within 9 points. They can get to within 10. Nope. Another behind. So it's back to 15 points. It was 15 points at three-quarter time. 15 points at halftime. Hannah brings it back into play. It doesn't travel very far, that kick. It's just over the 50-metre line. Dorotich gets through some heavy traffic to Sexton. Sweeps a long hand pass further forward to Dean. Back again he goes to Williams. Look at that hand pass from Greg Williams. As good as a kick. Back to Dean. He runs through the centre up towards Silvani. Through his arms. Collins over the top. Silvani recovers. Off to Kernahan. Flicks it round his body. Two of them there. Bradley.
Good talking there too. Crowd saying he was off, but he couldn't. He's just trying to slow himself down at that sort of pace. Very hard to stop quickly. Great handball for Williams out on that wing there. Found its marking Dean very, very well.
This is going to make it tough. Footy kicking. 30 metres out. Stammering approach. Low drop punt on its way. He's got it home. The Blues steady. Bradley gets his first, but what a vital one. 9-7, plays 5-10.
Yes, and well done by Stephen Kernahan. Once again, just taking the right option, just bringing the ball around very quickly to the front of goal. Allowing Bradley to run onto it. David Parkin wanting Welsh to be a spare man in defence, and doing so that left a Hawthorn player, Freeman Crab, who's come out onto the near side flank to try and draw Welsh to him.
Centre bounce. It'll favour Justin Madden, the big thump. Jinky tries to punch it on. Taken by Bradley. This is Ratton. Ratton to the half-forward line, pushing and shoving. Langford versus Kernahan, and Langford takes it to the line. It'll be a throw-in. Tough for Hawthorn now. They've got 18.5 minutes, and they have to make up 4 straight kicks. So, the way goals have been for Hawthorn today, very, very difficult to get. Well, that could have been a free kick to Langford. Williams goes to ground. Good tackle by Platten, and the Carlton players bottle it up.
Well, they haven't been able to kick 4 goals in a quarter yet, Pete, so it's a big ask. They kicked 2 with the breeze in the second quarter. Gleeson has been a star today. 18 kicks for Adrian Gleeson. Silvani could lose it. Anderson runs into trouble. In fact, initially almost ran into his teammate.
Well, this will be a free kick now to Silvani. Stupid play, Scott McGuinness.
Yes, he's saying that they jumped into his back there, Pete, but you still don't get up and do that.
Well, not when the ball's in the forward zone. It's just undisciplined and unforgivable.
Silvani. Short little chip. Wanted Kernahan, but instead got Langford. McGuinness. Anderson. They're still not out of trouble yet, Hawthorn. As Madden marks forward of the centre. 9th kick for Justin Madden. Straight down the middle, in towards full forward. Luke O'Sullivan waiting at the front. Off to Fraser Brown. Pulls it round his body. This could be the sealer. No. 40 plays 62. But on this track, in these conditions, it's a big margin.
Oh, a shocking kick by Chris Langford. A shocking mistake. Straight to Spalding. Now Bradley. He sprints into goal, Craig Bradley. And he's missed it. They may be giving Hawthorn just a little sniff, but Chris Langford kicking with a howling gale, a missed kick. So 9-9 plays 5-10, still a chance. They've got 16 minutes Hawthorn, but they're not playing well enough at the moment, Ross.
No, they've not been able to get any system, Pete, coming through the ground, anything methodical at all to build up the ball in their forward line.
Better kick out by Langford. Platten at the front, couldn't take it cleanly. Bradley can't get away. Platten does get it out. McCrabb runs into a brick wall. It's tough for those Hawthorn defenders down there. Carlton are a strong unit. Now they've got a chance. Mew accepts the hand pass. Hawthorn wants the next goal. Brereton does the shepherding work from behind. Dean's quick to recover. Runs into trouble. Sexton there to help. Brereton chasing. He gets the hand pass up over the half-back line, and it's eventually over the line. Very good crowd here today. 52,481 in attendance. And they're witnessing a great struggle. A struggle that could decide who will make it come the September action.
McGuinness there, and Williams and Brereton.
Nothing there. It's a little game. Deere hurriedly boot the ball down towards Brereton. And over the line. Hawthorn's 50-metre line.
Madden, his long arms very vital at this stage of the game. Paul Deere, his thump back over the lines. And this is valuable seconds ticking away for Carlton. Make it difficult for the Hawks. Have to kick 4 goals, and not the way they're playing. Carlton have been very ferocious. Their back line has held up well as Paul Deere. Oh, gee, works hard. There's Platten, threw it out. Here's Gowers in towards full forward. There's that loose man there, Rowan Welsh. And it goes over the line in that forward pocket. Very promising young player, but he's getting in front of Hudson, Dunstall, and Dunstall not being able to create space. Madden. Platten. Oh, Platten ran into his own man there in Tony Hall. Here's Hudson. Welsh again. Hall shuffles it out. Here's Dorotich. A wild hand pass. Paul Deere will try and keep this in. Oh, he slid into the ball. Pritchard is there also, and O'Sullivan again takes it over the line. It's a very untidy game to watch at the moment.
Has been all day, Pete, but as we said a number of times, conditions are not helping. Just the 4 players in the forward line for the 2 for Carlton with their respective opponents, the rest up near the footy.
Deere flicks over the back. Ratton, who dearly wants to celebrate his 21st birthday tonight with premiership points. Langford. No mark to Jarman. Gleeson steals it. Off goes Kernahan. Now who's left down the ground? Not too many at all. Robertson and Collins. Collins wears his opponent like a glove. Spalding loses it. Langford claimed. It spills free towards Gleeson. McGuinness. Now Silvani. Close to the boundary line. Kick smothered. But the Blues have it inside 50. McGuinness edged off it.
Free kicks handy across the shoulder. Robertson just pushed into the shoulders there of McCrabb.
McGuinness, I think, is it?
McGuinness.
McGuinness it is, yep.
Lawrence. In towards the middle. Allen ignores the running Anderson and just chips across to Ray Jenke. Dunstall was his target. Chance surely for Anderson. Great tackle by Hannah.
Yes.
Great tackle. Inspiring stuff from Milhana. Gleeson's had a field day.
Adrian Gleeson, a great game. To centre wing. Langford at the back. Allen. Jarman. Jarman, a little toe poke, was not a good kick.
Yes, he's looking for Brereton.
Should have been belting it long. At this stage, Ross, they're kicking with the breeze. Hawthorn. Here's Sexton to centre wing. Langford underneath it. Good mark, Kernahan. Carlton being repelling everything that Hawthorn is trying to throw at them. Kernahan at centre wing. Now here's another loose man in Bradley. He can give it across to Gleeson if he wants to, and I think he's going to. He's dumbing that. It's short chip. It's very poor play. Hawthorn, they are not manning up. Gleeson was there for 5 minutes. Adrian Gleeson in towards the pocket. A chance for Spalding to come from the middle, but there's Chris Mew over the back. They've got to get something moving shortly, the Hawks. The time clock just over 11 minutes of play left.
Still time if they're good enough. Anderson traps it nicely. Gets the hand pass away to the running McGuinness. Up towards the vacant half-forward region. Howlett sit for Hudson. With him was Ratton. Also there Hall, who's somehow managed to get it out. Here's Pritchard. Did he have the football? Play goes on. Dunstall. Kernahan. Dunstall again. Chip round his body. Going to be close. Going to be very, very close. Will that one inspire the Hawks? Dunstall gets his second goal. Hawthorn edge closer.
Yes, and a bit lucky there, Dunstall. The ball coming back to him as it ricocheted off Carlton players' legs. He still finished off very well. Not an easy shot.
Well, we're back to the centre. They still need 3, the Hawks. They've got 10.5 minutes. Centre bounce, vitally important. Lawrence went in hard. Socket off the ground. It's a loose ball. Who will it end up with? It's Anderson to Platten. The Hawks off and running again. Platten, a booming kick by Platten. Brereton at the back. Here's Dunstall. Danger for Carlton. Dunstall tried to tap it on. Brereton went without it. This is Sexton off the ground. Hudson is there. It's all Hawthorn. Dodging and weaving is Ray Jenke. Can he kick a goal from 50 metres? Jenke fires a goal. Oh, hit the post. Great attempt by Jenke. Bad luck for the Hawks.
Well, if he had to kick that, would have been his first for the season, having done such a great job on Ablett last week.
Hannah brings it back into play. Dean just tries a deft flick over the back, and Pritchard skids over the line with the football. Just under 10 minutes. If the Blues can get the next one, they can seal it. Ratton takes the hand pass. Dorotage loses it. Here's danger. Jenke in towards full forward. Dunstall.
It's all it needed. One of the very few times that Jason Dunstall's been able to lead and have a player kicking to him, not under too much pressure. He's still very well disposed of, though.
So far this year, he's kicked 106 goals. But the Hawks would dearly love this one. Oh dear. He's missed. And it could be a missed opportunity for Hawthorn. 6-12. Plays 9-9.
Bad miss, isn't it, this time of the game?
It's 2-3 for him for the game so far.
Margin back to 15 points. Sexton kicks well to the outer side, getting them outside 50. Platten, Bradley, Williams, all there. Williams over the line. He did go over the line.
It's at half forward for Hawthorn. Time clock ticking down. Just over 8 minutes of play left. Game not over yet. Quick goal will make all the difference here. As the ball rolls over the line, Darren Pritchard probably been Hawthorn's best player.
Yes, he had 17 and 10, I think, Pete, to half time. Three-quarter time, I should say.
But he's worked very, very hard. There's Allen over the top. Hall, well played to Platten from Hudson. Platten races in the goal. Johnny Platten has goal. Hawthorn back in this. Scoreboard. 54-63, 7-12 plays 9-9.
Yes, and you really just can't deny Hawthorn, can you? And Platten with that hamstring niggle last week hasn't had a big influence on the game, although he has picked up 18 touches. That's his most effective today.
Can Carlton hang on? Can Hawthorn snatch 4 points?
Oh.
No free kick. Extraordinarily, Carlton so far today have been able to answer all challenges. Mew's hand pass almost went astray.
There's another player taken high. Is that Jarman? No.
Gee, that should have been a Hawthorn free kick back there in the centre. Unbelievable.
It's McGuinness, is it?
McGuinness again, is it?
It's hurt.
His shoulder. Well, Sporting came through strongly, but it should have been a free kick to Ben Allen in the centre, no question.
Unbelievable.
Well, I think there's going to be some time here, gentlemen. Now, the action goes on. And he's shrugged his handlers. Says, I'll proceed. Allen loses it. Robertson is quick. Right on the boundary line. Gee, a game effort. One behind. Oh, what a finish. A game that hasn't been a pretty one really to watch all day. But there's been that desperation about it. Over the top. Here's a chance for Hawthorn. Oh, Jenky had a fit of the fumbles, but he's got the backup support. Lawrence lopes over the centre. Kicks the Hawks towards the 50-metre line. Brereton's got to beat a couple of them. One is Dean. Gives it back to Hannah. Now Alvin. But that's out. Not on the full.
To your goal here to Hawthorn and make it a good finish.
Just over 6 minutes remaining.
Is McGuinness not too well? They're calling for him replacement, that left shoulder.
10 points the margin. Deer and Madden. Well, it's like Japanese wrestling, those two. Johnny Platten did duck his head. Tried to burrow his way through. But to no avail. Still no free kick. Jarman, hurried left footer towards the 50-metre line. Hall and Hannah. Now Deer. Quickly away from Williams. Hudson tucked on the boundary line. It's a high kick. Brereton's there. Dunstall are there. Dunstall. He's going to pay it.
Yep. Going to Sexton.
Yep. On the last line of defence.
Yes, McGuinness has gone off too, Sandy, and Condon back on.
Sexton from the back pocket. Goes for distance on the outer side. And it's hammered over the boundary line. The only thing separating these two sides on the ladder is percentage. Hawthorn 6th, Carlton 7th. Coming into today, since 1961, they've had 68 meetings and they've each won 34. So the deadlock, if it's not a draw, will be broken today. Williams to centre wing. Kernahan like a diver.
What a marvellous player. You just can't help but admire this fellow.
Steve Kernahan, centre wing to the half-forward line. Over the back is Mew. He should get it moving quickly. They've got the loose man going. Condon, what can he do? Oh, he kicks it long to the centre of the ground. Gowers sets himself with Welsh. It's thumped away. Great play by Welsh. Fraser Brown looking for Silvani. Can he get it there? No, he can't. Austin McCrabb chips across the front. Hawthorn have got loose men. He should chip it here now to the half-back. He does. He finds Pritchard. Pritchard off and running. Switches play onto the left foot. There's no one there. Terrible football, Hawthorn. In fact, he went the wrong way in the first place. Because Hawthorn had loose men everywhere to his right.
Madden will take his time. He's got to come back. Time clock stops. So he repeats the dose. Out to Ratton. Plays on. Platten gains a couple of metres there. Bradley sneaks away from Langford. Still going. Brings it inside to Williams. Clever hand pass to Kernahan. Carlton maintaining control. This is Gleeson outside 50. Pumps it long and high. In towards full forward. Spalding. Earl Spalding could seal this game with this kick.
Would be a fitter result for him, Sandy, because he has worked very hard.
He's had a fine day.
Yes, he and Mew have had a great tussle, but his work rate's been exceptional since he's been at Carlton. He really has made it worthwhile making that move.
Hasn't kicked a goal as yet today, but this is a very important kick. Well, he's left Hawthorn in it with a behind. 2 straight kicks could mean the difference between the finals and a spell in September.
Austin McCrabb with the job to bring it straight down the centre of the ground. A beautiful kick too. They need something desperate. Oh, it's all Carlton. This is Ratton. Now it's Spalding. Now it's Williams. And Greg Williams, cleverly done as he kicks it to the space. Oh, that was almost a mark to Condon. And the umpire's paid a push. I thought it was nearly a mark anyway.
Well, either one, Pete.
Well, they're off and running. Oh, Lawrence marks. They've got to move it quickly. Just over 2 minutes. They've got time. Now they've got a loose man here. It's Chris Mew. He's got to kick one clear and kick at about 65. He does that. It's a booming kick to the half-forward line. Brereton, no mark. It's a loose ball. Brereton trying to get it on. Still a chance for Jenke. Jenke back with the flight. Racing in after Ray Jenke. Good skill, but it's smothered. Still Ray Jenke. Keeps it in to Deere. Now Platten. Platten, a wild hand pass. Straight to Madden. Sexton. Carlton off and running. Sexton further afield to Ratton, and the Blues go forward towards half forward, and it's a mark.
Earl Spalding plays on. Hand pass is not a good one to Gleeson. Well, he would have probably been better off letting it go over the line in the first place.
Spalding made it very hard for him too, didn't he? With that
Yes.
handball missed its mark by a mile.
Collins to Lawrence. Well, the only way they can do it now is with long kicks. Anderson spills it. Platten asks the question, then gets on with the job. Clever flick back. The Blues have got this. O'Sullivan over the top. Here's Tommy Alvin. He's kicked a couple of telling goals. Gives it to Brown. Inside 50. Shoots to full forward. At the back, Kernahan. Still with the big man. A high kick. It's wide and it's through for behind. But the day at Waverley Park will belong to Carlton. 7-12 plays 9-12. Under 30 seconds remaining. Langford straight down the middle. Well, Justin Madden, I think, realises it's ours, boys. Number 11 coming up. Peter Dean making sure he takes plenty of time. Floats it in towards full forward. Nothing the Hawks can do now. Time is against them. Spalding is there. But that's a great victory for Carlton. Their finals hopes are more than alive. With a very solid, workmanlike 12-point victory over Hawthorn. The final scoreline here at Waverley Park. Carlton 9-12-66. Hawthorn 7-12-54.